haven't updated my blog or anything in a long time, so I figured I'd give out a video blog to keep everyone updated. Today I had my third round of chemo, and it went real well. My oncologist, Dr. Shohan, just switched over from working at the Cancer Care Center, which he had been there for, I believe, 17 years, to his own private practice. Today, April 1st actually, was the day that he opened it, and today was my first time there. It's still in the same city, but I just have to take a different exit, which is actually closer to my house. So I was really nervous because it was a whole new area, but I knew that I'd be seeing all of his nurses and him, but it's just different, you know, going to a new place like that. I mean, I had no idea what to expect. The first thing I noticed was that it didn't have private rooms like the other cancer care center did, so there was just a whole bunch of people in really cozy chairs all in a big room. And whenever someone was getting their port accessed or getting anything, they would just close the curtains around them. So that's all we had in between us, which was kind of awkward for me because I wanted a video blog while I was there, but I get nervous talking around people, so I didn't want anyone to listen in. And I could hear everyone else talking about their problems and stuff. And I'm like, I had some stuff I want to talk to my doctor too, so I had to kind of whisper my nurse to tell her and stuff. But that's just a little thing. And after actually Dr. Shohan came out and talked to us all, and he's never done that before, and he came out and it was like he was a different man. He was wearing a really nice tailored dark blue suit, and he didn't have his doctor's coat on. He had this smile, this radiance, like he was just so happy, and it was so amazing to see that from my doctor, you know. And it's important to know that they're happy, and I just kind of thought that was his personality before at the other place, that he was just kind of a somber guy. I knew he was very loving, just the way he cared for everyone, but he had been working at a place where he wasn't able to do things his way, and now he's able to, and it was just incredible. Once I saw him, I just started relaxing, and everything was fine. I was more comforted. I talked to his nurses, and they said they'd only been there for four days, but they'd been getting everything ready. They said it's just incredible being there, and not that the other place was bad or anything, but it's just a different chapter for them as well. And my nose just keeps running. It's always running. Ever since I started chemo, it's like just my nose has been a faucet. I have to have Kleenex wherever I am. Sorry. But so today went well. This is how I am, how I think. It's like so slow. I don't notice chemo brain like people are talking about, but I catch myself when I'm in the middle of trying to explain something that it's just nothing's here, there's nothing, and I can't think. Normally when I would forget something beforehand, I could stop and try and remember, but this is like a switch that's completely turned off, and that's hard to deal with. Because it's like I imagine that you can see it in my eyes, that it's just gone. Anyway, so I had my chemo today, which is 2 drugs, Taxotere and carboplatin, and then I have my gene therapy hormone called Herceptin. And every week I have Herceptin, and I have to take Herceptin for a year. And that's something I haven't talked to you guys about. I briefly talked about it on Facebook, but I haven't really went on topic about why the breast cancer I had was so aggressive. They kept telling me that it was because I was so young, which does have a lot to do with it, but also because I tested positive for a gene called HER2 positive, and when you are positive with that gene, it makes proteins on the cancer 4 times faster than a normal person would. And it's only dangerous when you have cancer, because I would assume like when your body's making more protein faster than normal, you'd heal faster. But in this case, what the HER2 positive gene does is it multiplies the cancer that much faster than a normal regular cancer. So that's why it went into my lymph nodes so quickly, and everything just kind of blew up. So in order to battle that, I have to take this hormone to stop this gene, kind of to turn it off. I have to take that once a week for a year, and that's Herceptin. And that's just going to tell my body to stop producing that. And I won't have to take that any longer. It's just for that whole year. And then my chemo is every 3 weeks. And I just did my third round today, and my next round is in 3 weeks, and then I have 3 left now, so I'm halfway over the hump. My second chemo was a lot worse than the first one, and I'm not sure why. I was actually thinking my body would be used to it, so I would not have, so I could be, I'd feel better. And I threw up, and I've never, besides from the flu, even on a horrible hangover, I've never been able to just throw up. And that was the scariest part for me, is I think I can handle, I don't ever like being sick, having that nauseating feeling, but then when you throw up, that's when it's the worst for me. I think I'd rather feel sick, and that sounds gross, but I can't handle throwing up. It's just the worst experience ever. I would rather have surgeries and recover from painful surgeries than throwing up. So that was a big shocker to my system, because I didn't have any warning. I mean, I was feeling upset, but then it was just like, can I make it in time? And I threw up, and I told my doctor that, and he gave me more pills to take to try and combat that when I just looked. And it's actually more steroids. It's the same steroid that I have to take. I have to take 2 steroids a day, the day before chemo, the day of chemo, and the day after chemo. And that is to try and prevent an allergic reaction, or being nauseated. I think there's more to help that too. But big side effects for me is when I take this, the steroids keep me up all night, and they make me sweat, and I just don't like that, and I get really hungry. So I'm supposed to be taking these new steroids to try and help my system from feeling nauseated for about 3 more days now, 3 extra days. And I didn't know it was more steroids till I just looked at the box tonight, so we'll see. I think I'm going to give it a shot, because I'm just rambling. I see that there's 7 minutes on, I haven't really talked about anything. What else? What was I going to say? Now, the very first time I went in for chemo, my white blood count severely dropped, and I had talked about how the week before my number was 18, I think, and the normal range that they want you to be above is 3.5. Normally people are around like 5 to 10, I think. So being at 18, I was very healthy. My white blood counts were all there fighting, which was great, because I had just went through so much surgery, with the double mastectomy and the lymph node removal. So every week when I go in for my Herceptin, they also test my blood every week just to make sure that my counts are fine. Now my red blood cells and hemoglobin, they were all fine, but my white blood count went to 0.2, which was horrible, very, very low. So they gave me a shot called Neupogen, and that's supposed to start making your white blood count go up. And then I have to keep coming in every day until I'm at 3.5 or higher. And I went in 4 days in a row because it still wasn't getting any higher. It was 0.2, then 0.3, and then 0.2 again, I think. And that's when I had to wear my mask, because if I had caught anything, it would be severe. I mean, what if I would have caught a flu, or who knows? I don't know how I would have been able to fight it. They'd bring me in the hospital, but then what? What do you do? So that really freaked me out. I didn't like wearing a mask, because when I go grocery shopping or anywhere, because I just felt like everyone was staring at me, and I don't know why I have this problem of people thinking I'm sick. I am. I mean, I'm going through cancer and chemo right now. I'm pretty sure I'm done with cancer, but the chemo, I'm going to consider myself completely done with cancer when the chemo's done. Just because, it's just, then I'll start calling myself, that's my survival date, is this date on, and then next year I'll be like, I'm a year survivor, blah, blah, blah. And so with those 4 Neupogens not working, Dr. Shohan said the next time you come in for your second round, we're going to give you this new drug called Neulasta. They didn't give it to me the first time because insurance normally doesn't pay for it, because it's over $6,000. So they want to make sure that the Neupogen shots, which are much cheaper, are not working before they give you the Neulasta. And then the second round, so then I only get one shot of the Neupogen that boosts my white blood count, and that's supposed to last 2 weeks. And when I took that, it worked. The horrible part about that, though, is it gave me horrible pain. Where your white blood cells start reproducing is in your thick, flat bones, which is in, your sternum, your hips, and I believe some people's femurs. But where I got it worse was in my back, my hips. It was just in my hips really bad. I felt some weird stuff going on here, but nothing compared to my hips. It was horrible, horrible pain, and the only thing I could take while I'm going through chemo was Tylenol. And taking 3 Tylenol, I mean, that really wasn't doing anything. It took a little bit of the edge off, but when I came in and talked to Dr. Shohan on one of my things, I said, look, if you want me to take this again on my 3rd round or now, I'm going to need some painkillers because I'm not going through that. So finally he prescribed me some, and so I have some in case I need that. I'll be going on Monday for my Neulasta shot. I can't get it the same day as chemo. It needs to be a day of rest, so they're not open on the weekend. So on Monday, I'm going for my Neulasta shot to keep my white blood counts high. Also on Monday, I'm going for an MRI because last Thursday, not this Thursday we just had, but a week ago, I was just laying in bed and I felt that I had an itch right here. You can kind of, I don't think you can even see it from here, but there's a lump right here, right underneath my scar. My scar's healing pretty good. This line, closer. This line is from the lymph node removal. He cut open here and took all my lymph nodes out down here, up in here, and a couple right here. And this dot right here is from my my drains. I think that was. And I have another one right here from drains. I think another one lower. And I can move my arm up. I haven't been able to do this. I've been going through physical therapy. Before I could only go up this high, and I had this gross tendon sticking out. And one day I was getting dressed, and you know sometimes when you're just going like this with your arm and your elbow goes like that, it's the same feeling I had over here, except this disgusting tendon snapped and it went over here. There's a little shadow. I don't know if you can see this bump right there. But that bump was right over here, and I'm not really sure what that is. It might be scar tissue. And I had bumps on this arm that were sore, really, really sore, like bruised, and it was like burnt, one right here and one over here, and I brought that up to Dr. Shohan, and he felt it, and he said that it's phlebitis, which is a blood clot, I think. So he put me on antibiotics to try and get in case they're infected, to flush that out, and a hot compress, and that helped. Like overnight they shrunk. So that's what I'm thinking this lump is under here, because fluid might have gotten backed up because I don't have lymph nodes anymore here, so there's nowhere for it to go. So I think it might have puddled up a little bit and just kind of been hanging out in there. I don't think anything's going to show up on the MRI. I'm pretty sure they're just going to say there's nothing there. There's nothing to worry about. Because nothing showed up on the ultrasound. The only thing that worries me about that is nothing showed up on the ultrasound when I had breast cancer. And that's when they brought me in to get the there it is again, I can't think. Mammogram. And that's when it showed. Okay, I'm reading my notes now. Total, when I started losing my hair, it was day 15. Just started coming out in clumps, big time right here, right here, right here, all over. They switched me to a new anti-nausea pill, or anti-nausea drip. It came in my IV called Imen. And that lasts for 5 days in your system to tell your brain you're not sick. Somehow it blocks a receptor that makes you feel good. Because I guess between the first 5 days is the worst when you feel really sick. And the steroids boost up your hunger. Can't think of the right word I'm thinking about. So that's another good thing. I have actually gained about 15 pounds since December, which is good. No girl wants to gain weight, but I wasn't eating in November. I couldn't eat. Remember all that? I wasn't even hungry. I was just so sick and stressed out. that I was just losing weight, and now I'm back up to 150. The ladies were like, "You're not that heavy," and I'm like, I've been 150 pretty much my whole life. And when I did the bone scan, they said your bones are very dense. So I am big bone, you know, whatever. Weight is, I don't even own a weight scale. I don't own a scale because I think it's dumb. If I can't fit into my pants, then I'll change my pants. I don't need to see numbers. But I was just relieved to see that I'm not losing weight because, like I've been telling everyone, I don't want to look sick. I don't want to look gaunt, and now that I don't have any hair, I don't know why. I don't want people to look, I don't like seeing people going, "Oh, poor Alyssa, this." I guess it's nice, but I really don't like it because I've always been such a strong woman, and like, I can handle anything. I do things on my own. I can lift stuff, not like I'm trying to prove a point. That's just my personality. So appearing weak, I have a hard time with, and I don't know why. I really don't. And maybe I need to go through therapy. I don't know. Let me see what else has been going on. Some things that I've been reacting to from the chemo are skin peeling. I don't remember that. When is my skin peeling? It's not happening anymore. Not right now, but I remember around like between day 7 and 10, my lips and my tongue start to feel numb. And it's like, it feels like it's starting to kill the cell. It really might be, I don't know. It starts to feel like it kills the cells going on in my tongue and my lips and renewing it like I'm growing new skin. Because like about 3 days later, I can start to feel it coming back. But then that's when everything tastes horrible. I can't taste anything. Everything tastes like hot metal. I get tongue blisters, and my whole tongue is raw. I have some medicine to take for that. There's so much medicine I have. I've never really been a medicine person. It's hard to deal with. You know, I like to try and stay healthy. Ibuprofen's pretty much the only thing I've ever had growing up. Tylenol has never worked. Ibuprofen, that's about all I've ever had in my drug cabinet. And I have so many drugs I have to take for this and that and this. But the funny thing is, on chemo, I can't even take a multivitamin. Any type of anything I want to take, I have to call. If I need it, I have been having trouble pooping. I can't go, and when I do, it's horrible. Like I'm giving birth to potatoes. I had to call my doctor to see if I could take stool softeners. Why am I talking about this? Because I need you guys to know this. There's so many stupid side effects. Coke, anything carbonated, is like horrible acid going down. It burns. The bubbles are just ridiculously painful. So my favorite thing that I've been drinking is milk and water, which is good. I've never been a milk drinker really, unless I'm eating cereal or eating Oreos. I mean, come on. But so that's pretty much all I've been drinking. And Gatorade. I've been drinking Gatorade. I've been very tired, and that's to be expected. The kids are doing really well with that. I mean, I've been talking to them, and I've been explaining when I have to go for the bad medicines, when I call it, and I say that I'm going to be tired soon. Pretty much, I see the word expanders here. I wanted to do a whole blog post on expanders because you guys are noticing that I'm getting boobs again. And I'm pretty much, I am done. This is the biggest size I want to go. I got measured at Victoria's Secret, and she said I was a 34D. These don't look like D's to me. They just look like a nice full C, so whatever. But I don't want to go any bigger than that. I kind of wanted a 34C, but this fits me, so I'm just going to stay here. And I'm still in my small sport bra, so hello, it still fits. Oh, I'm getting a rash I wanted to show you guys. I don't think you can see it on here. I'm like all excited. Oh! No, you can't see, but this is, I don't know if I've showed you guys really my port area. Right here, I have that purple port that there's a dot in the middle because I just got poked there. But this is a scar where they went in, and they take the needle and poke it in right there, and there's a big tube that goes straight into my heart. What is that? There's a big tube that goes straight directly into my heart, so that's where everything is getting plugged into with my chemo intercepting and everything. And that hurts. It really hurts when it goes in, but it was just like a punch and then it's done. So I can handle it. But I wanted to do a big blog post on the expanders and I would explain it all. Because it's interesting, it really is. And after I'm finished with chemo, then the steroids give me horrible indigestion. I'm constantly burping. Sorry. After I'm done with chemo, I think I have to wait a certain amount of time for my blood count to get high again, and then I'll go through my final reconstruction procedure when they take out the expanders. The expanders are only in right now because they removed all of my fatty tissue. No muscle, they didn't remove any muscle, but I didn't really have any fatty tissue, so I was completely, when they took them out, you know, so the expanders are making more room. You can't just put implants in because that wouldn't work, it'd be very uncomfortable. So July or August I might be going for that. And yeah, I'll talk about that later. 20 minutes in right now. Yeah, my hair. What really sucks lately is I have so many beautiful hats from everyone. And I noticed my head was getting so itchy, my scalp was. And I went to Dr. Shohan about a week or two ago for my monthly appointment with him. He was asking how everything was going. I said, yeah, my scalp itches and I have all these little pimples all over and I don't know what's going on. And he said that is called folliculitis and it's an infection of the follicles. So basically I'm pretty much allergic to everything I put on my head. And when you put things on your bare scalp, you get warm and your head starts to sweat, and then that makes your follicles annoyed and itchy. So I can't, every hat I put on, my wig, my beautiful wig I loved wearing, itches like crazy, everything. So I went to Walmart, went down the black aisle during the hair area, and I looked for do-rags. Because I'm like, those are different material. Even cotton wasn't helping. So I've got just this plain old do-rag thing. I don't even know if that's what this is called, but it's just simple. It's made out of, I think, some sort of polyester. I don't know, and I don't know why this isn't itching. But this helps my head, and I like to wear it because my head gets so cold. And plus I want to wear a hat, but even if I put one of the knitted hats on over this, I still itch. My green hat is just pretty much cotton. So I'll show you my hair. You can see it's still growing. I have big patches of pretty much bald right here, and you can see all these little dots. That's where I am. It was really bad. It was like I had chicken pox on my head, not that big, but he gave me this stuff to dab on my head, and it helps. I just kind of go wherever it itches, and it dries it up. I don't know what it is. And then I got this bad boy. This one's awesome too. It's just the same kind of material as that other one. You just put it on and, look like that. I'm gonna have to go and see if someone can help me do this again because I had fun that one night, but I still can't do it. I can't do these, and I think it's because I don't have hair. I don't have anything to wrap it around. I feel fine tonight. I'm getting tired, and I hope that I'm going to be fine tomorrow because, Mom, you might want to plug your ears. Tomorrow is softball practice, and I wanted to see if I could go hit a ball with the bat and play catch. Before I really want to play, and it was 70 degrees today. I know I probably shouldn't, but I just want to maybe throw a ball. I don't know. I just wanted to try. So, where the hell was I going with that? I have no idea. But that's how good I'm feeling, and I'm hoping it's because I'm getting, I don't know. I have to take it one day at a time. If I'm not feeling well tomorrow, obviously I can't go and do it, but I at least want to show up there. When I heard softball was starting, it broke my heart that I couldn't play. My physical therapist said you should probably think about taking a year off just to let your shoulder heal. But I'm like, hello, look I can do this now. I want to throw a ball. I want to go catch. I want to hit. I'm a fighter. I want to play. That's all I have for now. So hopefully I have kept you up to speed. If there's anything else you have questions about, feel free to leave a comment and I'll do more of these. This is a lot easier than typing because with the chemo brain, I have a hard time typing and I can't think, and then it's like, I just gotta go and type, type, and I don't want to type, so I'll just talk on here, because apparently you guys want to watch anyway. Oh, look at how crazy this is. See my skin here, my skin color, and I'm like pale up here? I'm not tanning. This is just my normal color. Why am I so pale up here? I think it's because I have this part of my head has never ever seen the light of day. What I was getting at about my hair, it's still growing. The doctor said that I still have active follicles. It's like even the chemo can't freaking kill my hair. Told you I was a hairy mother. I mean, I'm so thankful I still have eyebrows. My eyelashes, I mean, it looks like I have eyelashes too, but I didn't realize that I had a crap ton of eyelashes beforehand. I didn't pay attention to that. I just thought they were normal. I swear at least 50 had fallen off of each side, and it was like, but whatever, they'll grow back. And my freaking leg hair is starting to grow back now in other places, and I'm like, F you, this is supposed to be my fun time where I'm not growing any hair. Even my arm hair is not even falling off. I'm like, crips. I know you guys probably don't care about this, but if you are going through chemo, one of the big things you read is that you don't have a period and you go through menopause while you're on it, and sometimes you go through early menopause forever, which I was very, very scared about, because even though I have 2 kids, I didn't want to be done with kids, and that was a big possibility that I might never be able to have kids again, because the chemo can put you into premenopause. Well, it turns out last week I freaking got my period. I'm like, you know, I was looking forward to this. I'd be 4 years. They said a possibility of 4 years of not getting a period, and I'm like, what? This is amazing. Oh, when I am like, are you freaking out of your mind kidding me right now? And I talked to Dr. Shawn, and I'm like, is it normal that I'm getting my period? Because here I am thinking the chemo's not strong enough. My hair is growing, I'm getting a period, and he's like, number one, your hair is growing because, what did he say? He didn't say ethnicity. I think he said nationality or something. He didn't just want to say, dude, you're hairy. That's and then he also said, you're still getting a period, and that's normal because of your age. You're young. Sometimes that doesn't affect younger women. He looked at me and he goes, I still consider you a baby in my eyes. So that made me feel good. And he said you should be happy to know, because that still means you're fertile. I mean, not like I can have a baby right now because chemo, that's horrible, but I mean afterwards I might be able to have babies. And my sister-in-law just had a baby on Wednesday. His name is Logan, and he's the cutest thing. I'm like, I want a baby, I want another baby. Wow, this is a half-an-hour movie. I don't even know if this is going to upload to YouTube. If you're still watching this, thanks. See you later.